Breathing in, there is awareness of breathing in. Breathing out, there is awareness of breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. In, out. Insufferable behaviors. Attachment and Dependency, Part 9. Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is perhaps the most insufferable codependency relationship any one of us could experience, whereby one person or partner has come to depend on the other to project his or her suffering onto as physical, emotional, verbal, and even sexual abuse, and the one being abused depends on his or her abuser to fulfill certain needs, invariably unrelated to the treatment they receive. Meaning well. With trauma bonding, the abused person or partner in the relationship justifies to themselves, as well as perhaps other family members and friends, that their abuser is generally a good person who, like everyone else, experiences life challenges that makes him or her act out their frustrations or anger in psychologically and or physically inappropriate ways, and that he or she essentially means well, despite the sacrifices the abused continually makes to and of themselves in maintaining the relationship, and, thus, the abuse. Maybe, maybe not. Some people in codependent relationships where abuse is present if not pervasive possess a strong desire to help or otherwise service their abuser's actual or perceived needs, perhaps consciously believing that by doing so, maybe he or she will eventually stop being abusive. And yet, unconsciously, the abused is merely trying to survive, trying to prevent their abuser from escalating the trauma they already inflict. Tricky proposition. Wanting to flee a trauma bonding relationship can be and often is a tricky proposition, because the abused invariably becomes quite fearful of the potential consequences in doing so, rather than necessarily being enthused and even excited about their own liberation, which might include possible retaliation or stalking, having to start over with nothing, or perhaps what could or likely will happen should the abuser discover or actually catches the abused attempting to flee, attempting to save their own life.